Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Charlie Price of M1 Griffins. Of course, yes, hockey season is almost here. Literally, tryouts begin, believe next Monday, the 28th.
Yep.
Yes, it is almost here. Charlie, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. This is the first interview I've had to kick off hockey season. So this is congrats, you're the first one. So
Thank you.
so let's talk about this the off season that you've had. How
Mhm.
how has it been going, and what's what have things been like for you?
So right now I just ended the season with MHA, and we played in 4 tournaments. We won 2 of them, and I had a pretty good season for them. Uh, we that was really we went out of town twice. We played some AAA teams, so it was a good fall.
Yeah. So you play for the M1 Griffins. So for people that may not know, it is a co-op school with I think four different ones, mostly Berkeley and Royal Oak. Ferndale and Clawson are also in this as well. Of course, you go to Berkeley. Just, what is it like just playing with kids from different schools? Well, I gotta ask you, what is it like to be part of a co-op?
It's definitely different because we I go to Berkeley and Royal Oaks like our rivalry in other sports. So
Yeah.
at first it was kind of we thought it'd be a struggle, but we kind of all get together and it's nice going to see kids from a different school and meeting other kids. You get to meet outside friends and everything like that.
I gotta ask you. I know the OAA has kind of been on this. I've been on this up and up and up in terms of the division in the play. Obviously, with the success that Clarkson has had over the years. They always say a rising tide leads all ships or something like that. But
hmm
I gotta ask you, like this past season was a good year for you guys. How have you just overall have seen the progression of this program continue to go up?
Well, I've been here since a freshman, and we were solid that year as a freshman. We had a lot of seniors that year, so it's kind of like a rebuilding every other year. We lose a lot of seniors, then we get young. So my sophomore year, we got a ton of sophomores. So it's kind of I've seen it through like all stages. So like we kind of just our chemistry and everything like that has been great because we've been together for so long. So I think that's kind of what builds our team.
I know last season you guys have, going through last year, getting some big wins early on, and then getting some big getting some huge wins as the winter goes along. But there was a stretch in the season where you guys really, went up against some really, really tough teams, and then finish off the season with a couple of wins. What was that time like when things weren't really going well? What was that like as you guys tried to come together and get through that stretch and get those two wins late on last season?
Well, that stretch of those tough teams and losing some games started because of our team. We kind of just we weren't really playing as a team, and we were kind of being selfish, which is why that started. And we kind of started to learn like how to play as a team, and just we got closer with each other during that stretch, and it kind of just made us better by the end of the season.
Yeah. Charlie, what for people that may not know, what position you play?
Center forward.
Okay. Um, you know, Going into the season, what have you really improved on, during the summer, during the fall, during the times that you've had to go up against some good players? What did you improve on this summer and fall?
Well, I think my skill improved like it does usually because I work on stuff at home, but I think most importantly, like my vision and like playing as a team because I got to play with other players that were very skilled, and I had to learn how to, keep my head up and communicate. So I think that's kind of what's going to make me better is learning how to play with other players.
Yeah. When you look at this team this year, what is it like going to be like this year? Just kind of give us the insight. How many guys are back and all that fun stuff.
Our starting goalie's back this year. He's going to be a junior, and then I believe we have 9 returning seniors, and probably 3 or 4 other returners, and our whole first line's back. So I think I think that's kind of what's gonna like hold us together. We got a lot of returners who know how to play together, and we've been playing. A lot of us have been playing together for 2 years, so
Yeah,
that's gonna help a lot.
yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you a junior, senior?
Senior,
Okay. Um, can you believe that you're a senior?
no, I still can't.
Okay. Let's I've been doing this. I did this with a lot of the football guys, but do you have one story from your freshman year you wanna tell?
Yeah, I do actually. My first home game was the home opener on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
I got to play with my brother, who's a senior, first ever time being on a team with him, and we played Rochester United, and I believe we might have won 2-1 or 3-1, but me and my brother scored the first two goals of the
That's
game,
awesome.
and I assisted his. So it's kind of just like the perfect first home game.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously a lot of good topic of conversation around the Thanksgiving table year that
Yeah, there
that.
was.
Let me ask you this. Going into this senior year, I know there's a lot of things that you could potentially do for your future, but what would it take to have a successful year for the M1 Griffins this year?
Um, I think it's going to be about positivity and our mentality because that's what kind of made us fall down a little bit last year. So our head coach retired this year,
Yeah.
and our assistant coach, it was his first year last year, and he became the head coach. So we really like him, and we think he's going to help us a lot. So it's kind of just going to be trusting each other and our coaches, and making sure we just don't get down on ourselves.
Yeah. Working with a new coach this year, that's going to be, and that obviously brings its own set of challenges. Yes, everybody knows who that is, but obviously there is going to be a transition period, and that has to happen during the season, as we all know. But
Hmm.
what's it going to be like as you guys get used to, maybe I don't know how many systems are going to change, but obviously there's going to be a new voice calling plays.
Um, I think since he was our assistant coach last year, and he worked with the forwards a lot. I think we kind of understand him, and we kind of know we kind of know what's expected right now. The people that have played with him last year,
Mhm.
the new guys will definitely have to learn, and it might take some time. But I think majority of us will will like I think we'll stick to it, and we'll I don't know. I just think really quickly we'll connect.
All right, let's. I need to ask you this: like, how do you like mentally get ready for a game?
Um, I like to do the same thing every time, every game day. Uh, I usually have like peanut butter and jellies right before game time. Have the same warm up. Um, I have rituals with some of my teammates that I've been playing with for 3 years now almost. So
Mhm.
it's just I feel like I got to do those things with them. Makes me play better, even if it's an away game. Like I do the same thing every time.
Mhm. Yeah. All right, we got to get to know you, Charlie, a little bit. How about that?
All right.
Okay, so best moment from last season.
Last season, I would say probably just first game of the year because we played St. Mary's, their second varsity team, but it was just our first game, and our practices recently, I remember, weren't like the greatest. We weren't connecting, and it just wasn't very good. And going into the first game of the year as well, we won 5-2, and
Yep.
everything went well. And it just felt like we were going to have a good season from there.
Yeah. Favorite okay, favorite movie. Do you have one?
Yeah, probably Avatar,
Okay. Let's see. Who's your favorite hockey player currently right now?
Dylan Larkin.
All right. And finally, I'll say this interesting fact people may not know about you.
Um, Most people probably don't know I've played 4 years of high school hockey.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Charlie, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck to the Griffins this season.
Yep. Thank you so much.